Can't go a day without finding.
Can you hear me now? That's all right. Let me start that back. We are honored that you are here to join us in the 2019 Battle of Atlanta. Are you excited to be here tonight? Well, we are honored to have you. We have a great show planned. These guys coming out doing their thing, and we have a little tribute. But I would like to welcome to the stage for our national anthem the lovely, the talented, the amazing, also world champion, Gabrielle Dunn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, I know that the coming is imminent. There's something about him that's different. Now I don't need nothing that's glistening. I care about getting more dividends. Let's roll the Michelin Man. Permission has been in my hands. Don't care if I get in advance. Don't sign till I get my demands. You need to see again the difference between me and them. What's the difference? Y'all don't know the difference. You need to see again the difference between me and them. What's the difference? Y'all don't know the difference. You need to see again the difference between me and them.
Ready. Good evening, everyone. It is the 2019 Battle of Atlanta, and right beside me, I am pleased to have the wonderful Dennis Brown. We are ready to bring you some action from the Battle of Atlanta tonight, and we're going to get things going in just a second. If you guys are wondering right now, if you have a schedule at home, we are scheduled to have our black belt fights to begin right now. But Brian Rodriguez will have to go ahead along because Matthew Williams unfortunately was injured earlier tonight. However, I have confirmed that Mr. Williams is A-OK. Thank you, Ms. Sharon Williams, for helping to check on Matt for us. Matt's going to be just fine. So we will move right on to our second fight, and that will be Anthony Merrick's versus Cameron Dawson. Now, these two heavyweights are definitely familiar with each other. They know each other from the DMV, and Cam also goes up to New York frequently to fight. So Anthony and Cameron are definitely well familiar with each other. Dennis, how do you see this thing playing out?
Well, you know, you've got two amazing fighters going on right now. They know each other. They fought each other many, many times. I think we're going to see a very strategic battle going on at this particular tournament.
I agree. At
These
this
two
point,
guys.
strategy is going to be a big factor on who's going to advance here. Now, the winner will advance to fight Brian Rodriguez, who, of course, went to the final round due to Matthew Williams' injury. Now, Cameron Dawson has also been on quite a tear for the tournaments that he's been to, which includes the AKA Warrior Cup, which he did not lose a fight.
Yeah.
Let's see how this one plays out. Cam is going to be in your blue with the TDE, and Anthony Merrickx has the red headgear on and the black, red, and silver.
The winner of this will move on by Mr. Rodriguez.
Both fighters moving around, getting a little bit comfortable. Cameron leads him with that right leg round kick. Cameron with a few fakes. Checking the distance. Cameron probing. Anthony tip. Andy. Looks like Merrickx is waiting on that, but no call on that.
Not enough. Cam leads 1-0.
Mr. Dawson has a 1-0 lead. He's going to add to that. It's going to be 2-0 Cameron Dawson. Merrickx falls down. There's no ground fighting. If you've not seen this type of fighting before, it is sports karate. All kicking techniques are 2 points, and all hand techniques are 1 point. If you fall to the ground unabated like that, they award a point to the other fighter. So it is 3-0, Cameron. A nice step-in back fist, and Mr. Dawson leads 4-0. Dennis, you're very familiar with the Dawson family, and since the unfortunate, untimely passing of Cameron's father, Gerald Dawson, he's just been absolutely just taking that pain and just turning it into positive impact in terms of his martial arts career.
Well, you know, for me, I think he feels like his father has left a legacy. He's left an image, and he's kind of the person that has to carry that on. I think he feels responsibility not just for teaching his theory, but carrying on his legacy.
That's absolutely true. You know, earlier this year when we were at the Warrior Cup in January, it was less than a month, or just a little bit over a month since Gerald's passing, and Cameron actually wore his uniform and his gear, and I had to do a double take. It was just amazing to see. I thought it was Gerald Dawson right there. This is it's the best thing to do to carry on his father's legacy, to continue teaching the system in the school and to continue his winning ways. Hats off to Cam for being able to do that.
Yeah, I remember that fight because I remember at the end of it, I noticed he didn't have a coach sitting at stage, and he said the empty chair represented his dad, and he placed his belt on that chair after his win.
That is absolutely true. And Cameron Dawson's going to move on to find Brian Rodriguez. And it was very interesting that Team TDE did do that. They left the empty chair in honor of the great Gerald Dawson.
Yeah.
And it was something so surreal about that weekend to see how Cameron handled that first tournament. We're going to kick it over to the sideline for a quick interview.
Hey, Cam, heck of a fight, man. How did it feel tonight?
I feel great. Glad to have a great team behind me. Thank you to Coach Josh and the whole TDE crew.
New team, new year, man. We're going to see you in the finals, man. All right?
Yes, sir.
Back to you, Mallory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy.
Congratulations, Cam. We'll see you later. And our next division coming to the stage, 13 and under youth forms category.
Okay.
Representing Team Competitive Edge, he's
Copy that.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
All right, we're going to move right over onto our 13 and under youth forms.
Legacy, Mr. Alex.
We've got
Miller.
Alex Miller up first. And Dennis, this is a division you're usually excited to see. This is the future of the martial arts here.
Well, you know, after 40 years of building these youngsters to see the finished product, it's getting younger and younger and younger every year, but the skill level hasn't dropped. I just can't even imagine what it's going to be another 5 years from now. The quality is just growing.
And you have that unique experience. You've seen the superstars that are here today, the Sammy Smiths, the Mackenzie Emerys, when they were this young.
Yeah, yeah. And the fact that they continued on. I mean, we judged them when they were 8, 9, 10, and as adults, they're still coming out. There's a love there. There's a feel of expecting them to be the tomorrow's leaders in this sport. Not they're moving on to TV and radio and just everything.
That's true.
And it's something that we look forward to.
Absolutely. We might be experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty right now. Alex is taking his time. Even though he's that young, he's experienced to know that when something's not right, you hold your position and wait till everything gets worked out, and once it does, then it's time to perform.
And it is something that young professionals, the professionalism that they have at this age.
At this age, yes, just so young. All right, looks like everything's worked out, and we'll let Mr. Miller take the floor. Looks like he's going to be performing a traditional kata. That was a fantastic kata for Mr. Miller. It looked like it was perhaps Japanese in origin, just the way the movements.
And a near flawless performance. That he has laid down the gauntlet and put the pressure on the rest of them to come out with the A game now.
That is true, but if it's someone who is quite used to pressure is our next competitor, Mason Bumba, who will be doing a CMX form. So those of you guys that just watched the traditional kata, now you get to see something that's a little bit more modern. You will see the differences.
And I'd like to say this is uniquely American.
Oh, 100%. Mason's going to signal for his music. What do you think, Dennis?
Well, you know, you got a
From
chance to
the
see the traditional,
Extreme
and now
Performance,
you
as
get a chance to
always.
see what they do with taking
Great
the
job, young
traditional
man.
system, adding music and extreme
the
techniques.
third and
And
final
again, when I say
competitor
that's
in this
uniquely
division,
American, we took it and added our own
she
touch
is
to it, and
representing
it's
team
beautiful.
Absolutely.
From Boston, Massachusetts, please welcome Miss Isabella Nikolai.
And our third competitor, Isabella Nikolai from the Boston area. I think she will also be doing a traditional kata.
Yeah, I've been watching this young lady for years and years, and she's improved every year. And she's worked her way to this stage.
I agree. I've noticed her right around the time she was a brown belt, and now she's a black belt. And on Team AKA, she has just only gotten better.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. Amazing.
Isabella Nikolai with a fantastic kata. Now,
Great
Dennis,
job,
we actually
man.
have a
We have
unique
all three competitors
area
back
to be in right
stage
now
two.
because normally you're judging at this time.
I'm normally, and I've judged her all day. What you know what's so unique about her? She was equally as effective in extreme, creative, musical, and then to be able to come right out and rock traditional form too.
So she can do all three of those things.
She's the total package.
So as a judge, what are you looking for that chooses a 9-9 over a 9-8? What are some of the things you're looking for
Well-
as our competitors get scored?
Well, you're looking for balance. You're looking for effectiveness of the technique, whether they, for me personally, do they look like they're actually executing technique or just doing a form? And the power, the stances, the focus, crisp punches and kicks, and just that overall presence on the stage to be able to step out there and execute these techniques.
So it's very interesting that all of that does come into play, and at the top, there's showmanship.
Yeah, yeah.
How many, I'll tell a joke, how many black belts does it take to change a light bulb? That's right. Exactly. It takes one to do it, and 99 to take them out there, everybody would have been better.
Well, that's kind of what.
I'm not sure if that went out over the stream, but that was actually a pretty good joke for time by Joe Perry.
Well, if you're going to be a champion, you have to have a little bit of that in you, believing that I'm the best, I'm the strongest, else you wouldn't have the essence to step out there in front of somebody and assume that you're going to be able to take them down.
Yes.
You got to have a little bit of arrogance in
Look,
there.
there's just a tiny bit. While we're waiting for this technical difficulty, I remember you were telling me one time when you first started competing and you saw another great competitor, Kevin Thompson,
Yeah.
and his just whole presence when he would come out to just Grandmasters of the martial arts.
Yeah.
I am Kevin, and it was just like a movie scene. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was the 8th wonder of the world, I think
Yes.
he called himself, Little K.A.
He had 100 titles and everything, and you're thinking, I got to come up with something just to talk about
You
myself.
got to have a presence. You got to have something strong.
All right, looks like they got all the scoring worked out, and Mason Booba did win this event.
Yes, he did.
Mr. Mike Politi.
Well, congratulations to Mason Booba. Of course, Mike Politi is the promoter of the Toronto Internationals. And if I remember right, that year, it's in December this year. I have to double-check my facts on that. But Mr. Politi gives a quality tournament up in the Great North, now the NBA champions, Great North, Canada.
Yeah. And he's our newest promoter on the circuit, but he's been traveling the circuit with his team for years, supporting it. So
Absolutely.
he knows what we're looking for in terms of quality performers and a quality event.
All right, we're going to take a look at this video coming up.
All I ever hear is how smoothly everything's run, how much care the judges have for what they do, and how much the people just really appreciate what goes on behind the scenes.
And it was so much fun just getting to be around all the competitors that I would normally see up on a stage, and it's like, wow, they're right here in front of me.
I really enjoy that I get to push myself every year at this tournament.
The night show is so exciting, it's so fun, and
Everything was run more smoothly, it was more professionally, they had it down to a science.
it's all bright and it just seems happy.
The new memories I make every year, it's always been my favorite.
You know, Dennis, in his 51st year of the Battle of Atlanta, I mean, I've got 20 years of memories, and I know you've got many more. The young people that come here, they make friends for life. They may be adversaries for 2 minutes at a time, but they make friends for life. They just have, you know, lots of people they make friends with. They go into adult friendships from there. I mean, it's just an amazing time at this tournament.
And my first national tournament was the Battle of Atlanta.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
And probably all of the great friends that I have, many of the great friends I met back 40, 50 years ago, traveling to these tournaments, and they're still my friends today.
That is a testimony of how martial arts competition and the martial arts builds lifelong friendships. We're going to check in with Aiden Considine, who will be performing. This is the 14 to 17 youth forms.
Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me. So you think you can stop me and spit my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here.
Fantastic form by Aiden Considine, and I think it's definitely well to wish his normal partner in Team Sync, Danny Ekin, a full
Aiden
recovery after his shoulder surgery from earlier this year.
Yeah, and you know,
And
he's a
our
perfect example.
next
That's a young man. I
competitor
think I've been watching him
representing
since he was a very
Top
young
10
man,
USA,
young man to a teenager, now young
New
man,
Hampshire,
and
please welcome
the
Miss
quality
Olivia
has just gotten better and better
Rendo.
and better. And he's still, you'll see these guys in the movies.
Oh, absolutely.
So many of the top ones have come from this stage.
Up next, Olivia Rando.
It's like a party with all my foes. Now I wear them like a badge on all my clothes. Like, what's up, gang? Can't stop me now.
That's a great kata by Olivia Rando. And you know what? Young ladies here grew up to be heroes too. Don't forget, it was on the NASCA circuit that
Great job, Ms.
Caitlin
Olivia.
Michelle got her start, and
our
she ended up
next
being the
competitor
stunt,
stage representing Team Competitive
coordinator,
Edge
not
from
stunt coordinator,
Lebanon,
but the stunt
Tennessee.
double for Wonder Woman.
Jason
And
Warren
for so many,
Smack.
almost
Please
anything you
welcome
see out there, whether it's
Dawson
Power
Holt.
Rangers or Ninja Turtles, they all at some point came across these stages here at NASCA.
Absolutely.
And,
So you're looking really at future action stars here as Dawson Holt takes the stage. Dawson Holt with an explosive performance. Now, see, that's what you mean about stage presence right there.
Exactly. I'm glad I'm here talking with you instead of down there judging tonight, because it's really, really difficult when you see these youngsters out there performing.
She represents the great team.
They're probably the best in the world at what they do. I mean, here, China, anywhere you go, they're now mimicking some of the things that we have created here in the U.S.
This is true. And finally, oh no, our next competitor is Noelle Johnson from Team Infinity. Quite the energetic form from Noel Jennison.
And you know, I've got so now that when I go to the theaters now
Great job, man.
and it's an action movie, I don't leave till the credits over because I realize I'm going to see the names that you're seeing right here on the stage now. There's so many of them have moved on to do great things right from these performances they create for us.
Absolutely, and that would be Jellison. I apologize for that last name. And this young man is fresh back from China, where he competed in an international competition. He was the youngest competitor there. Fresh back, just back from China, and here he is.
And he's here at the battle.
Now that is a solid traditional form from Mason Storr.
And if I'm sure that when they saw him in China, they were wondering, what is America doing? But you know what's so unique about this? You're seeing the traditional, the CMX, all compete against each other, and the quality is just amazing. I wouldn't want to be a judge over there tonight. I don't envy them having to make that decision.
Being a judge tonight with this type of talent is going to be very tough. Let's see here. We're going to watch these great 14 to 17-year-old youth forms competitors get scored, and we will see who wins.
See the judges' faces. I can see them trying to tabulate. I mean, how do you pick the two? You can't pick the one.
They almost look like they're taking a test, like you would the same type of face you would have in high school or in college.
Exactly right.
So I got to pick the right answer.
And it's not like these are just everybody. These are all winners. They've already won the division over 10 or 15 other competitors early in the day. 10 or 15 of the top competitors in the country, and they represented their group. So.
Going to also take a page right from Joe Perry's recommendation. Please feel free to share this stream while our judges render their final decision. We love to grow the sport, and we definitely have to give the hats off to Truth Entertainment for bringing us in for such a great event. Look at this camera coverage. Look at the set. And looks like here's our winner.
Oh, okay. Well, he was the total package. He has the technique, he has the tricking, he has the musical. Good choice, but
that is true. And Aaron Hensley, promoter of upcoming NASCA tournament, is presenting Mr. Aiden with his Grand Championship Award. And we're moving right along.
And he's also the owner of Premier Martial Arts.
That's correct. That's right.
Great team.
Great team out there. Great demo team and a lot of great competitors.
All right, one more round of applause for these talented athletes. Great job, you guys. This is stage, right? Ricky,
I feel like saying to you, look for them at a theater near you soon.
This is true.
They're all
Aiden, one more for the books, baby. How did it feel tonight?
It feels really good. Haven't had the best year so far competing. Haven't been to a lot of tournaments, but being up on stage tonight is always a good thing, and just happy I came out with the win.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's nothing like a big win here at the Battle of Atlanta, man. Thanks for that. And we are going back to Mallory.
All right, congratulations.
We're getting ready. We got women's forums coming up. We have, I'm looking at the list of competitors that are coming up right here, and I'm looking down the list. We got Gabrielle Dunn, Mackenzie Emery, Mary Amato, Sammy Smith. This is going to be another outstanding event coming up, and it's all the ladies.
And there was a time when a lot of the acrobatic movements, the gymnastics moves, we thought was only for the guys. The women, they were too physical for the ladies. But they're now not just doing tornadoes, they're doing triples, they're doing doubles. Pretty much any technique that you see the guys do, the women are now not just doing, but are proficient at it.
Absolutely true. Now, we heard her earlier tonight singing this great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, and here she is performing a traditional kata, Gabrielle Dunn.
Wow.
Clean kata. You know, I would be nervous enough to sing the national anthem, and yet she does that, and then she comes out in business form.
And look at those eyes. Just
Intense.
focused, just serious.
Yeah.
Very strong, very strong.
Absolutely.
Out of 4.
And all the way from California, Mackenzie Emery. You may have seen her in that viral People Are Awesome video that got like 16, 17 million views on Facebook last year. Mackenzie Emery is the real deal, and you will see why that video got all those views in just a second.
Seasoned veteran and around for a long time.
An unfortunate and a rare stumble for Mackenzie Emery.
And it's very rare. I don't think in 4 or 5 years I've seen her make a stumble like that. But at this level of competition, that could cost you the competition.
This is true. I mean, the pressure is there. Sometimes it gets to you. And as we welcome Miss Mary Amato to the stage from Team AKA, she's been having a fantastic year, won her first Warrior Cup.
Yeah, she's having a good year this year. Really good year.
Mr. Worldwide, come long time in a sight, the girl make me hold your hand. Badang, 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 bang. FPZ, yeah, we are the girl them done. Badang, 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 bang. Long time in a sight, the girl make me hold your hand. Yeah, yeah, Pitbull confessing the girl them this.
Hey, shorty, what's happening? Girl, let's get this thing cracking. You just bend it on over. I will get behind and you can get wine. Jump in the line, shake your body on mine.
Bang, bang, badang, bang, badang, bang.
Jump in the line, shake your body on mine.
Badang, 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 bang.
Shake your body on mine.
Bang, bang, badang, bang, badang, bang.
Jump in the line, shake your body on mine.
Bang, bang, badang, badang, bang.
Shake, 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 senora. Shake it left and right, right. Work, 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 senora. Right into my right.
Miami's in the house without a doubt. I'm the chico with clap that they ever bow. I'm from the city where the women are real. Bodies are great, but their body parts fake. Dilly, dally, I run through your mammy, and her hands was off the chain. I hit that thing so hard, she called for a 1-1 pain. Damn it, man. Let's go to Jamaica for Sean Paul. Then take it to Tally for T-Pain. Mama move that ass like chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Oh yeah, shorty, what's happening? Girl, let's get this thing cracking. You just bend it on over. I will get behind and you can get wine. Jump in the line, shake your body on mine.
Bang, 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 bang.
You know what I like about that, Mallory? When I look at her choice of music and her demeanor lets you know she's performing, but she's having a great time out there
Absolutely.
also.
So upbeat and so ready to go.
And she's always like that, but a great performance, great performance.
Long Island.
Up next, our final women's competitor, and it's funny to say this, but Sammy Smith is a veteran of the women's division, and she's still in her 20s. It's just funny to say veteran. Recent graduate, collegiate graduate, Sammy Smith, so congratulations to her on that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what she has in store for us.
Well, let's just call her a seasoned veteran.
Seasoned veteran, indeed. Hey, starting off with a theme from The Office. Gotta like it.
good time, T, baby. You already know. You already know. You already know. Money is the motivation. Facing the avenue, back touching the wall. Got the weed, got the gun. Gotta run when I hit a bird call. Yeah, hopping that thing in the cross. Swerve off, you know. Shh. Let's go. Like the Cohiba. Streets to fly, I look right in the four seat. You know I be out here, ain't no four seater. Top Florida, four seasons. For the moon, and they all know how to cook it up. Know that I got some, and everyone know how to bet. Bundle up, it's a cool world. So many bundle up. Queen on this grind for nothing, I get your hustle up. And when I hit a bird call, yeah. Hopping that thing in the cross, swerve off. You know me, they call me Birdman Jr. Anybody murderer, if Birdman's possible. Phantom of the opera, all black, rock tech, locked in, hopping up them shots out.
All right, and that was the always high energy, Miss Sammy Smith. Great job, man. We can have all 4 competitors back to the stage, please. Line up the
Well,
order.
we're going to see who's going to take this top competition. And, of course, Tommy Ruth will have the winner right after it's announced on the
Hey, how about
sideline.
this women's forms division? How talented are these ladies? Outstanding. Let's see if we can catch the totals as they run through. But we got a second. Scores for our first competitor, Miss Dunn. Does finish entering them now. I'll look right to my camera guy. 49.89 for Miss Dunn.
Not too bad for Gabrielle Dunn. On to Mackenzie Emery.
I'm sure that little stumble is going
49.85 for Miss
to
Kennedy.
49.85. Yes, it did cost her.
Especially at this level of competition.
It's unfortunate, but it does happen.
Ball of energy, Miss Mary. Scores are in. For you with all the numbers, 49.88.
49.88 for Mary Amato, leaving Sammy Smith. Is our final score.
Judges this morning, Miss Sammy. They are in with a 49.93 for Miss Sammy Smith.
49.93.
And it looks like your grand champion winner tonight, women's forms, is Miss Sammy Smith and
Sammy Smith takes another Battle of Atlanta win home.
Yeah, she's got a show full of them, I think, at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But she came to play.
Yes, she did. She came to play for keeps.
I'm sure she saw a little opening and she saw that stumble and thought, well, I've got to go out here and go 200%. And there it is, beautiful cut.
Absolutely. And, you know, sometimes an unfortunate slip or stumble by your opponent, you can kind of turn it to your advantage.
Good looking career, Anthony.
Definitely good looking.
All right, one more round.
I'll be looking for him in the next film or two.
Yes. I have a little inside knowledge. One of those people up there you'll be seeing in a project very soon.
I'm sure. We've got enough of them out there.
And
in the front.
Tommy Rook's going to go to the sideline report right now.
Well, Sammy, one more win here at the Battle of Atlanta. How do you feel tonight?
I feel great. I just tried to work on performance because I feel like that's what the sport needs. I'm just trying to innovate as much as I can, make people into my form. That's why I use The Office, because everyone loves that song. So I just want to get the crowd into my form. Everyone did great tonight.
Let us know if you need help carrying that home. All right, back to you.
There you go. And you know what? I got to agree. When I heard the theme to The Office, it was like, it was relaxing.
All right,
you know, that's such a funny show. Loved it. And it was really disarming to see or to hear that music come right on and to see it kind of perform to it.
Well, you know, again, it's not just martial arts, but it's performance, it's entertainment, and that's that beautiful marriage that we've been able to create on this circuit. Entertainment or entertainment sports and all in one.
Absolutely true. We move right along to the men's forms edition. And coming to the stage right now is Mr. Joey Castro. Always serious, as you'll see.
No nonsense.
No nonsense. Not one bit. You better believe his son is watching this at home tonight.
Yeah.
As he just said, no tricks, no flips. Just karate do. Joey Castro.
All right, give it up,
No
Mr.
tricks,
Joey
no flips, just karate do.
Just karate.
Did you talk to the audience or the judges or both?
You know what? It's a battle
All right,
cry
our
to
next
anybody
competitor to the
who shall
stage,
follow
a
him
hometown
and
flavor
anyone who's
from
judging
right here
him.
in
I
Atlanta,
guarantee
Georgia
you.
area,
We'll
representing
see.
Team Next Level. Give some love
Now,
to Shaquan Carson.
You might have to get Atlanta Hartsfield to watch out for any low-flying aircraft for Shaquan. He's going to get up here and fly,
can fly.
so
Yeah.
beware.
Everybody just bounce, 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 bounce. Just bounce, bounce, bounce. Ladies, put your hands in the air, say we don't care. All the fellas, put your hands in the air, say we don't care.
Absolutely high flying. You know, this young man has made a transition back to the martial arts after the untimely passing of his mother last year. We welcome him back.
Glad to see him. Kids call him Superman because I believe he can fly.
Oh, absolutely.
And to the stage next,
Good to see
representing
him back.
Team
Good.
Infinity from Rockford, Illinois. Also has
I like to call
great
this man
hair,
Showtime because
Mr.
he
Will
always puts on a great
Nevitt.
show.
Uh-oh, here we go. Will Nevitt up next.
I'm trying to be like me, but you know, you just can't be like me. Everybody wanna be like me. Everybody wanna be like me. Everybody wanna be like me. Bust down, big chains, and dress fancy. I take like about MC. I'm a millionaire, but I don't know how to read. I'm a role model that these kids wanna be. I just, that's overseas. Yeah. My top is in me. And I'm pussy got the phone like I did to me. I'm all up to the hundreds of man in the
Very creative performance from Mr. Will Nevitt.
Another fantastic upbeat performance.
Great job as always.
And he always brings it. He always brings it. And he gets
And
the crowd
our
into
fourth
into his
and
routine.
final
Indeed.
competitor in this particular
We've got
championship.
Riker Weaver up next,
Representing Team
brother to Tyler
Macho
Weaver Jr.,
Denver,
who of course
Colorado,
has
also by
been giving us great video about autism awareness,
Mr.
really bringing
Riker
eyes on that
Weaver.
condition. Let's see what Riker has in store for us.
Very nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Tyler, not Riker Weaver.
Comes from a very talented
All
family,
my
the
competitors
Weavers.
back on the stage, please.
Absolutely. Now here comes the hard part again, judging all these young men's forms and giving out scores. You got to pick a winner.
Joey will be first up for score. They've already got it up. It's a 49.94 for Mr. Joey Castro.
No flips, no tricks.
No
Joey
flips, no
Castro.
tricks.
And Shaquan is next. The scores are being entered.
Superman.
It's a little quicker now.
He can fly.
49.91 for Mr. Parsons. Great job, sir. And then all right, and Mr. Will
I'll
is
just call
next.
him Showtime.
Let's see.
Puts on the show.
And at 49.8 185 to Mr. Will. And Riker, excellent job. His scores are 49.85 for Riker.
Good score.
And that leaves you with the grand championship going to Mr. Joey Castro.
Mr. Castro bags another one.
Yeah, well, he came out and tried to tell him, I'm bringing you pure karate, though.
Pure, absolute.
Sometimes that resonates to some of the judges, especially when you have the old-timers there that look back on the early days when it was no tricks, no flips.
Just straight karate. There's Mr. David Bassinet, promoter of the Quebec Open, presenting that award to Joey Castro. Oh, uh-oh, and a stumble and a fumble, but a great recovery. And we're going to go ahead and toss this over just in a second to Tommy Ruth, who's going to interview Joey Castro. Take it away, Tommy.
Joey, big win tonight here, man, on the Battle of Atlanta stage. Looks like traditional 1 out.
Yes, sir, I heard someone once say, as soon as something comes to be recognized as tradition, it's already dead. I come out, even though I do traditional forms, it's Japanese Okinawans forms, and I do my best to keep it alive. These guys are amazing athletes, young and dynamic. I try to go out there and put the fight in my kata, keep it raw, and step on the battlefield. And doing so, kata is a way you fight the invisible man, the invisible opponent. And in my mind, I'm fighting my opponent, so I think that's what won out tonight, sir.
Great words. Back to you guys.
As a woman fighter that's doing this, even till today, like I have to have the confidence in myself to even step into the ring or even put my gear on and be at a tournament.
Not many people want to get into karate, like girls especially.
Within the world, there's definitely places where there's inequality between genders.
I just want to get out there and compete because I want to be able to stand up to anybody that I can.
Trust it, learn from it, don't rush it. Just enjoy where you are right now, but still be able to be ready to learn and be ready to count your blessings when they come.
I felt like it was just right getting into karate and being able to stand up for myself.
And I think as strides are being taken within like the circuits and at tournaments to include women and make them equal, I do think that will bring more women into the sport.
All right, and we're going to continue forward. We got our fighting judges back to the stage. As promised, we have our open weight final. So welcome to the stage. First up, you watched him earlier, and he's last year's battle champion in every way. Team TDE Power, welcome back, Mr. Cameron Dawson.
All right, we've got this final match between Cameron Dawson and Brian Rodriguez. So it's going to be Team TDE versus Team Proper.
All right, and Cam,
he's having a good year. He's having a good year this year.
on the other bracket, one of the top fighters in the world today, representing Team Proper out of Miami, Florida, Mr. Brian Rodriguez.
Oh, here it is. Don't blink.
Absolutely. The best advice we can give is don't blink. Cameron Dawson will be in the dark blue and white headgear. Brian Rodriguez will have the orange, silver, and black on. 2 points per kicking technique, 1 point for hand technique. There's no ground fighting. Here we go.
All right. These gentlemen know each other, so a little strategy going to be going on.
Ooh, right to it.
Oh, that looks like an injury to Mr. Dawson.
Shoulder.
I think that's a shoulder.
Man to the stage, please. Man to the stage, please.
Oh, that would be unfortunate if that shoulders.
I saw the collision, and I saw Cam take almost a knee right away. It looks like it was his left shoulder. There's the medic right on the spot on the stage. You know, Dennis, when something like this unfortunate happens, and hopefully Cameron can continue, it almost lulls your opponent to a false sense of security because, you know, he was just fighting. He was doing his job.
Yeah.
And Cam was doing his job, and you just had just an accident right there. But it can take you out of the zone.
Well, if there's any way that Cam can come back, trust me, he'll come back.
Oh, no doubt.
He's a fighter. If they can pop that bad boy back in, he'll be out. But he's a warrior. And I know he's been training hard all month for to be in this spot. And the first clash is just unfortunate.
It is an unfortunate action. It looks like Mr. Dawson is off the stool.
If he has to put that bad arm in his pocket,
Absolutely.
he'll be back out there if he can. And he popped it back in. And we have to remember, we're talking about warriors here.
This is true. This is true. And Joe Perry using the great line from the Karate Kid. Cameron Dawson is going to fight.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Brian with a bow of respect. You know, not intentional, not at all. And a tap of the gloves, and the guys are back at it. Dawson comes forward with that lead leg kick, but it was well checked by Ryan. A jump back kick by Rodriguez. Did they score it? No. You must have a majority of judges agree in order to award a point.
They may not see what you see. They may not see what each other sees. 8 inches makes all the difference in your angle and what you can see. Ooh, nice
back fist.
Yeah.
1 point.
1 point, Cameron Dawson. 2-0, Cameron Dawson leads. Well placed side kick, but it was on the shoulder, did not score. All right, it's still 2-0. Don't forget, Dawson is in the dark blue, Rodriguez in the silver and orange. Dawson retreats, throws a couple round kicks to cover himself.
He may have injured that right shoulder, but he's got two amazingly fast legs.
That is true. And you know, being a victim of those legs sometimes when we do train together, I'm telling you, they're lightning quick.
And I know you've trained with him quite a bit. I've been over there to see you work.
It's no picnic, trust me. Cam's still growing, and he's very strong young man.
Yeah.
Dawson extends the lead to 3-1. I mean, I still see a little bit of pain, I want to say, in his overall bounce. That would be Cameron.
Yeah.
I could tell that shoulder's probably hurting a little bit.
Yeah. He's using the opposite. He's using that left more than that right. Oh, but there it was. So.
Yes, indeed. 5-1 lead, 13 seconds to go. Spin kick from Cameron. He slides out of the way, but did Brian score? Nope, no score. Still 5-1. And a straight back fist right off the line.
Hey, they were smiling. Cam with the point at the buzzer. He goes up 6-1.
6-1. Cameron Dawson is going to extend his win streak.
Hey, that says something about the quality of these fighters. I mean, you pop a shoulder out, hey, pop that bad boy in, and I still got 3 other weapons.
That is true. Hey, you know what? And you got to use that. If one weapon goes down, you got to pick up more.
That point up was, we know that was to the great Gerald Dawson.
That point is going directly to his dad, of course.
Yeah. Like I said, he's having a wonderful year. And
Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Awesome. Good crowd out there. Y'all having fun? All right, guys. So, years ago, great job for everybody coming out. We've had some really good matches. And I would like to say 2 years ago, a young man by the name of James Poor, who you guys saw rap a little bit last night, went through all those fighters. Not only as a lightweight did he win the openweight division, but he also took home the overall lightweight grand championship also that year. So he had a great, great year. What we want to do this year is we're starting something new at the Battle of Atlanta, and the gentleman that I'm about to talk about doesn't know about this yet, but we felt like that the founder, the inspiration of the Battle of Atlanta, not only the Battle of Atlanta, but for many events across the country and many competitors and many stars that's graced this stage so many years in the past, in this being the 51st bout of Atlanta, we're going to start a new award to honor Joe Corley, called the Joe Corley Award. It's going to be given to all the openweight champions each year. So we're going to go back 2 years ago and award one to Mr. James Ford. And then last year, Mr. Cam Dawson fought his way all through a great number, over 50-plus fighters, to win the openweight championship last year. And he also won this year, so he's going to get 2 Joe Corley Awards. So how great is that, Cam? And he also gets this great championship belt presented by Mr. Joe Corley. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of love going on up here. All right, guys. All right, Ken. Emotional year for you, man. You're going home tonight with 2 awards. Looks like 3, apparently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling, buddy?
And I feel great, man. Lost my dad this year, so this is major for me. So thanks, Coach Jay. Thanks to the team and my family at home, man. This means a lot.
Well, we're all proud of you, Cam. Congratulations tonight. Back to you.
I don't think that there is any other greater honor for him to show to his dad than to continue to win.
That's right. He's a class act. But
Absolutely.
his dad was also. I mean,
Yes.
he was well known for 20, 30 years as one of the greatest fighters in the country.
I mean, just a great young man. I remember meeting him when he was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he introduced himself as, "Hi, I'm Cameron Dawson. I'm very glad to meet you."
Fighter, really strong in the ring, but one of the true gentlemen of our sport.
Absolutely.
You
And
see that.
continuing on for the legacy of Maryland's best karate, his dad's karate school, continuing on from there.
Yeah.
All right,
Quality act.
thank you very much. Please keep that going. We have some younger generation coming back to the stage now. We have our 13 and under weapons grand championship coming. And the younger they are, the louder we need to cheer and the more encouragement we need to give them. They are the future of the sport. So please welcome to the stage, first up, from Team Competitive Edge, Lebanon, Tennessee. You see all her big brothers. Let's see what she's got. Miss Avery Presley.
All right, here we go with the 13 and under Youth Weapons Grand Championship, and starting off with Avery Presley, the youngest Presley sibling.
That's right.
But very powerful.
From a long line of superstars.
Indeed.
All
about
right,
family.
and she proved to be just as worthy as her older brothers. Miss Avery Presley, great
Here
job,
she is
man.
now on the stage where they've won many years.
You know, it's going to come a time when all the Presleys are on stage for a grand championship between Reed, Cole, Jake, and Avery, and I wonder what that's going to be like.
I don't want to be judging that one.
No doubt. Up next, Mason Bumba.
Until we made a way, day to day. Man, that's the only way. They gon' know my name until it fade away. Do you remember back then when we met? You told me this gets harder. Well, it did. Been holding on forever. Promise me that when I'm gone, you'll kill my enemies. The damage you've inflicted temporary wounds. I'm coming back from the dead. When I'll take you home with me, I'll take it back the life you stole.
Boomba.
Great job for Mr. Mason Bumba. Great job. And the third and final competitor in this particular division, representing Team Competitive Edge from South Carolina, Miss Rebecca Hammond.
All right, let's see what Miss Rebecca has for us.
Yeah, I saw her earlier this weekend, and she's been winning the whole weekend. She comes prepared.
All right, Miss Rebecca Hammond.
She picked it up, and she finished the point.
My competitor's back to the stage.
That's a competitor.
Competitors are
Finished the job.
Pick it up and keep going one stage drop, which she did, and I absolutely love that. Great spirit, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Great spirit, man. All right, our first competitor up is yours, Miss Avery. Judges are putting them in now. And we're waiting on two more. This music is building such excitement. I love it. A 49.90 for Miss Avery. Great job, ma'am. And judges' scores for Mason.
Mason Bumba up next for scoring.
And a 49.95 for Mason.
Now, unfortunately, when you drop your weapon, it's an immediate
And Rebecca will get
disqualification.
the drop
So-
score all the way across the board.
Rebecca won't be scored.
Takes a bow. They're going to input that. And your grand champion tonight, Mr. Mason Bumba.
That's another grand championship
And we have
for
a very
Mason.
special presenter in the house for this particular award. last
And he's no stranger to the winner's circle at these competitions.
A little bit of a different cool
He
factor.
brings it
welcome to the stage.
probably every other week somewhere in the country at a major event, culminating here at the Battle of Atlanta.
And stunt crew from the hit YouTube series Cobra Kai. Please welcome to the stage to present the Grand Championship Award to Mason. Tanner and Mary coming in with the award in 2 pieces. You may recognize some of this stunt crew back here for this series. These guys are uber talented in many, many ways. A lot of them former sport karate players as well. You may recognize Mark Canonizato trying to hang out back there. A lot of talent on this stage between the great stunt crew and both of these up-and-coming young talented actors. We appreciate them being here. Again, once again, congratulations to Mr. Mason Boomba on his grand championship. And if we could get the cast and crew to please go in for a great picture, we appreciate it. Yes. What other song will we play? Thank you. All right, I think we're good. Great job, great pick.
Congratulations again to Mason Boomba, and we're going to give it to Tommy for a sideline report.
And thank you to Mary and the entire crew of Cobra Kai.
Tommy, take it away.
I'd like to see some of you guys do a little trick battle.
Big win tonight here on the stage. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Glad that I got both wins in forms and weapons. So, good.
Well, to take home this weekend, right?
Yes, sir, always.
All right, back to you guys.
You know, it's always interesting when you're walking back through the airport with these awards. You get so much attention. And I'm not talking about from TSA. People flock to you wanting to know what you won.
Yeah. And they're beautiful trophies and beautiful awards.
These are beautiful awards, correct. Up next, we've got our 14 to 17-year-old youth weapons. PJ Clark.
We're bringing out the big boys now.
Tie the club up. Took your bitch out the game, I had to sub up.
Yeah! Yeah, baby. That was Mr. PJ.
How many spins was that?
I stopped counting the spins, but I saw him catch it behind his back.
Yes.
So, gauntlet down, next competitor up.
Yes. He wanted to let him know I came to win. I came to play today.
It's got to be intimidating to follow.
But I've seen these other competitors, and I know they can step up to it. They're having a good night, and they're going to need a good night.
Kama Chassin coming up. Going to give these Kamas a try.
Still
Still impressive.
amazing kata.
Very impressive.
I love it when they keep rolling and showing me what they've got. Right this way, Connor. Thank you, sir. And next up to the stage, representing Team Competitive Edge from Aiken, South Carolina. You saw him on stage last year as well. Welcome back, Mr. Benjamin Jones.
All right. Benjamin Jones up.
Arkansas Open Flyer cover star. All right, Mr. Ben Jones.
See where he's striking from.
Man.
Every angle, he can spin it off his head, roll it on his shoulders, and still hit you in the face.
And just kept right on rolling, you know?
All right, Mr.
A whole new dimension of weapons. See where he's striking from. Now here's the yin and yang. He's coming with the very traditional bow form.
And just kept right on rolling. You know? Let's see how this plays out.
Jake the Snake. Presley. Now here's the yin and yang. He's coming with the very traditional bow form.
Just kept right on rolling. You know? Let's see how this plays out.
Jake the Snake. Presley. Now here's the yin and yang. And Larry, I think he got them all.
Yes. not a one left standing. He made you see
And
those
the
fighters.
always
those
exactly
opponents.
right.
solid Mr. Jake Presley. And we actually have a fifth competitor sliding in here. We saved the best for last, right, ma'am? We shall see. All the way from Canada, please welcome Gabrielle Jean. Fantastic double bow performance from Miss Jean.
That's true.
Had a little bobble there right at the end.
Now, would you call that a drop? Because she.
No, she actually caught it, so wouldn't be disqualified, but it's definitely going to lose points for loss of control of your weapon.
Remember, even when we have a weapons drop in the finals, they are required to continue to go. But during the day, they don't want to do that. We do love to see it. In the finals, I think it sets a great precedent. So here we go with our scores. Our first competitor of the evening was Mr. P.J. Cart with a 49.85 from Mr. P.J.
That's going to be hard to beat.
And
Yeah, it is going to be hard.
Step forward and take his bow.
He had a drop there, but an amazing weapon routine.
Always amazing. And our third competitor for scoring was Mr. Benji Jones. See how these scores are being inputted. Camera guys playing hide and seek with me on the TV. I'm telling you, I know. 49.88 for Ben Jones. And Mr. Jake Presley stepping forward. Broke the mold in this division with a traditional low point. And last few scores in. And a 49.93 for Jake.
Well, I'm not surprised at that one. He came strong.
Miss Gina scores for a double bow. And a 49.79 for Miss.
That's pretty good for that one bobble.
Right, and today's grand champion, 14 to 17 winner, Mr. Jake Presley.
Jake Presley with an impressive traditional form to beat out all the more modern forms.
And you know he does the extreme forms also, so he's becoming quickly a double threat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Master John Sharkey.
There is John Sharkey, as previously mentioned, promoter of the Warrior Cup, first tournament on the NASCA circuit in January in warm and sunny Chicago. In January.
And he's been around that event, one of the older events in the on the circuit. He's been around for 40, 50 years.
I think we're going to go ahead and toss this back to Tommy to get a quick word from Jake.
Finals championship for weapons tonight again, Mr. Jake Presley. You get to get into it, sir. Congratulations.
All right, over to Tommy.
All right, Jake, one more for the trophy case.
Yes, sir. It was a bunch of great competition, and my goal was just to go out there and try to kill as many ninjas as I could with my bow.
Well spoken, Mr. Presley. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we said it, right? I
You're,
think you
you're
got
right,
them all.
Dennis. You're right. I think he got every single one of them. I stopped counting at 20. I mean, hey, they're all dead and gone. Jake doing his best Donatello impression of the Ninja Turtles, slaying them all.
You could actually see him looking and as if he saw him fall as he was hitting them.
Indeed. Up next, we have our Women's Weapons Championship.
From Team AKA out of Naperville, Illinois. Please welcome back Miss Mary Amato.
Mary Amato up first.
You know, I've always been impressed with her because not that she has just strong bow work, but she has classic karate stances, those forward stances, those horse stances, shows the strength and stability in her training. So I've always been impressed with that. And she does extreme also.
Yes, she has many talents and performs in just about every division that's available to her. All right, we've got Julia Plucker up next. And her weapon is, Mr. Brown?
I've seen her work. She works a number of different weapons also. So. She normally works the commas, and this is the first time I think I've seen her on stage with the long weapon, the samurai sword.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen this either.
Really great control, not just the weapon, but stances, body movement. Excellent control.
And you saw her earlier in forms. She's back to bring the heat up.
All right, Mackenzie Emery. Now, I got to ask you, do you think that the stumble earlier is still on her mind?
Yeah.
Mackenzie Emery looking to right that wrong from the stumble earlier.
I think she brought
this time, yes, she definitely brought it.
That's what professionals do, and that's what she just wiped it out, came back out, and went strong. Didn't slow up, didn't go cautious, went for it.
It's like they would tell you in sports, you have a short memory. You make a mistake, forget about it, be ready for the next play.
You got to, but here comes Sammy Smith.
This time with a pair of nunchucks.
All right, give it up for Miss Sammy.
Absolutely. Indeed. And once again, the toughest job tonight is being a judge.
Exactly. But let's see how it turns out here.
Once again, if you're not entertained,
Lady Warriors in the house.
Indeed.
Fantastic job. Great weapons work, great diversity on stage. You have 4 different weapons in that final. That was awesome. All right, and our first competitor, traditional bow, Miss Mary has been scored. Moving on to our second competitor, Miss Julia. Because we didn't call out Mary, so I'll wait until the end. As we're waiting for the rest of the scores, what was your favorite part about this weekend?
That last form.
Good answer. How about you, ma'am?
Oh, same thing. But I just felt better that I did better than the last form. I didn't fall.
Well, why do we fall?
I completely over-rotated, but...
No, so we can get back up. Batman, what was your favorite part?
Just being out here with these great ladies.
Nice answer. Oh. All right, she took your answer. What's yours?
My favorite part?
Hugging me?
Of course, this is the best part right here.
Okay, I'm going to stick with that. All right, I'm going to save that one. All right, thank you, ladies. All right, did we give the judges enough time? That was fun. I'll do that every time. Your grand champion winner tonight, Miss Mackenzie Emery.
Mackenzie comes back strong.
Well, that's how you come back. That's the way you put it behind you, and that's what champions do.
Absolutely. Muhammad Javon Vosh presenting the award to Mackenzie Emery. He runs the Compete Nationals, February, warm and sunny.
Oh, yeah.
Pomona, California.
They've competed against each other many times and will compete against each other many more times.
This is absolutely true. We're going to go ahead and toss this over to Tommy Ruth to talk to Mackenzie Emery.
Oh, don't make me feel bad.
All right, Kenzie, another Battle of Atlanta championship and a win for Team Paul Mitchell. How you feeling?
I feel really good. Battle of Atlanta was the first time I ever made it on stage in 2007, so it's always one of my favorite tournaments, and I just love performing on this stage. So.
Hopefully it won't be the last time. Back to you guys.
Well, it was really good to see Mackenzie come back after a little stumble in the kata division, but she came back, roaring back with a vengeance for weapons.
Again, like we said, that's what professionals do. They put it behind them, think about what's up at that time, and they come out and did granted extremely
you know, sometimes you just got to put that behind you. Make a mistake, put it behind you, come right on back.
Great form. Great form.
Fantastic form.
PLS Nashville with some of the bells and whistles here. Fantastic. Maltmaker Media. And of course, that brings up sportsmartialarts.com. We're extending the coverage and loving the sport just as much as we do. So thank you guys very much. And a little shout out to our ProMac regional team for doing a great job kicking butt judging today. The color belts, by the way. Couldn't have done that without that team and the NASCAR team in the black belt rings. All right, so next up competition. These guys are ready to go. This is going to be the Team Sync Challenge. There are 2 teams. First up.
This is one of my favorite divisions because they have to do everything times 2.
That's right, and you have to stay in sync. And I don't think you could have 2 better competitors right here than Jay Presley and Jackson Rudolph. Both these guys are phenomenal on the bow, and just watch and see the magic they do on stage.
doesn't get much
All right,
better than
ladies and
that.
gentlemen.
No, it does not.
You got to make sure you got to trust your partner and his timing, your timing, and I can't imagine a better performance.
But you know what? Team Infinity's going to try to beat that.
There it
is.
is.
If you didn't think you can beat that, you wouldn't be here at this competition.
That's exactly right. And so here it is again.
Team Infinity with a great team sync performance. Let's see if it will be enough to beat.
I look at that, the word
Presley.
precision comes to mind. It's just right on. Well, let's see. Good weapons
versus
against
open
a
hand
good
kata.
open hand. Let's see what the judges thought.
We have scores for the first team, 49.92 for Team Paul Mitchell. You guys are clapping for that. Good job. And scores for our second team, Team Infinity. Let's see which way the judges wanted to go with that. A 49.93 for Team Infinity.
They pulled it off.
Upset.
Yeah.
So
I think we could call that an upset. That
Yes,
hasn't
hey,
happened
but
in-
you know what? They won.
Yeah.
Infinity. Great job. And coming to the stage to present from Paul Mitchell, Miss Kalina Nordgarden. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. Well, they go home and say they beat two of the best.
That is true. That
It
is
was not an
absolutely
easy
true.
job, but they pulled it off.
Great job, guys. Round of applause for both excellent teams. Thank you, ma'am. And congratulations to our winner, Team Infinity. You get the interview.
All right, we're going to send that to Tommy to interview the winners.
All right, you guys knocked off the ledges, Jake Presley and Jackson Rudolph. How does it feel?
I'm really excited and I'm surprised because like we've been training really hard and it's only our second NASCAR tournament doing it, so I'm really happy.
It's a pretty cool experience. I mean, I live in Wisconsin. He lives in Florida, so we have to Skype. And on Skype, obviously, there's lag because the internet sucks. But lag and delay with video recording and stuff is so hard. But I mean, we pulled it off, man. Good job.
Well, it paid off tonight, boys. Great win. Back to you.
That is pretty hard to believe.
Indeed.
Practicing long distance.
Seriously long distance.
Wow.
All right, then we're going to move directly into our underbelt, 13 and under, Battle of Atlanta Championships, a special event. We have two competitors, weapons versus forms. Both of these young men won both of their grand championships.
All right, moving on to the 13 and under underbelt championship. Now, these are competitors that are not black belts. These are the belts, color belts as they call them sometimes, but they get a chance to perform on the big stage.
Well, we get a chance to see truly the next generation.
The absolute next generation, correct.
We're in good hands.
Indeed. That was very good.
That's the underbelts.
Regional and now national underbelts. And his opponent, no less, regional pro match champion, top up-and-coming underbelt, knocking off black belts for the United Forms Bowl. Please welcome from Jonesboro, Arkansas, Mr. David Hernandez.
All right.
let me get both of these.
On the big stage.
Yes.
We gotta have judges' scores. How do we feel? How do we feel? Out of breath? All right, we have the judges scoring for Mr. Adamas first. Great job for Mr. Adamas with the right through. So now we're going to input for Mr. David. Have you caught your breath yet? Both of these young men won both of their band championships earlier, as I mentioned, both forms and weapons for their divisions. They're already double champions. All right, and our winner today for this particular one, Mr. Adamas Newman. And to the stage to a little special award to both of these young men from Century, Mr. Kurt Abington. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I owe you a special one. Thank you, sir.
That's pretty good for those two young competitors as we get ready to go to Tommy Ruth to speak to our winner. Oh, he's got to grab him.
All right, guys, you got to be up on the big stage. How'd it feel tonight?
Amazing.
Was it fun?
Yes.
What about you?
It was fun to share the stage with all this.
That's super. All right, this kid's great. Back to you guys.
Man, I mean, like you said, the future of the martial arts are in good hands. You know, one of the things I remember seeing when I was an underbelt is when I would go to class, I would see a guy named Carmichael Simon training all the time.
Yeah.
And man, did he train hard, and it showed in his performances.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't know that they didn't always put kids on the stage at the NASCAR national shows. I was the first one in Washington, D.C. to put kids on the stage, and Carmichael Simon and John Valera were two of those kids.
Now, those are two names that are well-known. John Valera, of course, works at 8711 Stunt Work. He just finished working on John Wick. He worked on Aquaman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing big things, and Carmichael's doing great things as well.
Yeah, and I sit back and take credit and go, hey, if we hadn't thrown him up there, who knows?
Indeed.
So here's the next group.
On to our 14-17 overall grand champion.
And our next competitor, coming to the stage, Shane Brown.
No nerves, good presence. It's like they do it all the time.
Indeed.
Can you imagine being an underbelt and being on one of the biggest stages in the country, the Battle of Atlanta?
It does seem like it would be a little bit overwhelming, but both of these two young people right here handle it without any problem.
Sure did.
And again, just like the little guys, both of these competitors won earlier. A little bit of an overall. Judges have already put their first scores. Moving on to their second competitor scores. All the drama. Are you nervous? No way, no way. Great job, both of you. Awesome performances. Ready to see you in more years as black belts, right? Absolutely. All right, and Jamie pulls a 49.92. That puts her 1 point behind Mr. Adams, so you're overall champion for this division, Mr. Adam Allred today.
He looks like he can't believe it.
He did look a little shocked, didn't he?
Yes,
and our Prison Century are back for their special awards. Thank you, sir. You get fresh Century backpacks filled with goodies. Let's get that picture in the center, please. Great job. Congratulations. Right this way. You've earned the interview with
All
Mr.
right,
Tommy
over to
Ruth.
Tommy Ruth, who's going to interview both these great competitors.
Big surprise on your face tonight. You weren't expecting that one, were you?
It was my first time on this stage, and I would like to thank you, East West Karate Team, and my friends and my family for supporting me. And it is really fun competing, and I think I can go on.
What'd you think? Did you have fun tonight too?
Yes, sir. It was fun, and I couldn't do it without my coach and my family's support.
Well said. Back to you guys.
Well, that's kind of amazing. The big stage at that age, at that rank. I don't know if I could have handled the Battle of Atlanta at that age.
It does seem like it's absolutely a huge mountain to climb, and they handle it with ease. So I have a feeling we're going to see these two again.
Yeah, I got a feeling we will. Because once you get that bug, it's kind of hard to drop it.
Oh, absolutely.
How you going to keep them down on the farm when they've seen Pat E?
No, you just can't do it. Well, we'll be getting ready to go to Team Demonstration Championship coming up soon, getting everything ready for that.
This should be amazing. I mean,
oh, absolutely. It's always one of the best parts of the tournaments.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a couple of team demos. You have a lot of things happening at once. You got weapons, you got forms, self-defense, all built into one. Bring that camera wide back and just watch everything as it goes.
And we've had surprises in the synchronized, so it's going to be a thriller.
This is true. You can be ready for anything to happen at any time.
Well, I'm ready.
There you go.
Here we go.
So as the competitors take the floor, as we mentioned before, this is team demo. If there is an accidental drop of a weapon in team demo, that is not an immediate disqualification. You have so much going on at one time. We just saw this young man put 2 bows down. I saw a pair of commas. It's just going to be everything at all times.
It's putting it all together and trying to make it work.
Indeed.
Let's bake a cake. We got all the ingredients.
Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Tell me, do you wanna go where it's happening all the time? Where the runaways turn them
Ladies
Great
and gentlemen.
execution, great music equals great performance.
Now, how do you follow that up?
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Again, laying down the gauntlet for the next crew.
And as they clear the stage, we'll get ready for Team Infinity, who has won this category a few times over the past few years.
Won it quite a few times everywhere.
Just a few.
One of our great teams, but again, good competition here.
Team Infinity.
So as Team Infinity takes the stage, you'll notice another assortment of weapons. A couple of kamas, I see bows, some chucks there.
I think the judges want to see diversity of just technique, weapons.
And team is going to be
Diversity.
led by Mike Welch, who just recently got married. Congratulations to him and his new bride.
Now that was exciting. You can see why they've been one of the teams to beat for many years now. But two great teams on stage.
Team Infinity. We can get competitive edge back to the stage.
Both teams are coming back to the stage for scoring. A lot of good sportsmanship between both teams.
So what do you think?
You know, if I had to call it, I have to go with Infinity. I really like the way Infinity blended together. I mean, taking nothing away from competitive edge, but it's a close one.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
49.90 for competitive edge from the judges. Great job.
This team was fast, exciting.
Infinity pulls out. I like the music, by the way.
Was that the Lone Ranger or the William Tell Overture?
You know what? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, it was.
Team Infinity takes another Battle Atlanta award home.
Always impressive competitive edge. Great job. And coming to the stage, for Team Infinity, one of the promoters of the U.S. Open, Mr. Mike McCoy. Mike Welch will not drop the trophy.
Mike McCoy, promoter of the U.S. Open. Next stop on the NASCAR Tour.
That's a picture for the scrapbook.
Yes, indeed it
Battle
is.
of Atlanta.
Congratulations to both teams. Excellent performance.
All right, there's no way that Tommy can interview the entire team, so he's going to grab Mike Welch to interview him.
Mike, big weekend for Team Infinity, man. How's it feel?
It feels awesome. This is one of the biggest stages, if not the biggest stage in sport karate. So to have the weekend that we had, it feels awesome.
Kids have looked good tonight, man. I know you have to be a proud coach.
I'm a proud coach, for sure. I'm a very proud coach. These kids work so hard. I mean, all the competitors at this tournament, they work hard. Everybody on stage deserves to be up here, and it's a blast.
Well, the coach looks good too, man.
Yeah, well.
All right, back to you guys.
You know what? I mean, Mike always has this team ready to go, and he comes prepared. And let's not forget that he keeps up with these kids. He's out there doing every single thing that they're doing. As you can tell, he's out of breath, but he is doing it right along with them.
That's the impressive thing. He keeps changing team members, but he's always out there. I mean, it's one thing to coach, but it's also amazing to coach and play. Play the game.
That's a tough job.
Evansville, Indiana. A round of applause for Mr. Michael Smith.
All right, we're into our men's weapons category for the Battle Atlanta Championship. And we've got Michael Smith up first.
Great bow form.
Good, solid, traditional bow form.
Michael Smith, good job, sir. And our second competitor to the stage, presenting AWNA from Diamond Bar, California, Mr. Jahan Bosch Shaheen.
Shaheen Jahan Vash up next, son of Muhammad Jahan Vash, the promoter of the Compete Nationals.
Very traditional, modern-day samurai.
Oh, definitely so, as you will see here.
Judges representing Asian World Martial Arts, I am Sean John Match, may I begin?
Yeah. Double samurai swords.
Indeed.
Well, it's short and long.
Representing Team Paul Mitchell from Tennessee. He always brings the game. Let's see what he's got up his sleeves tonight. Mr. Cole Presley.
All right, another member of the Presley family. You're definitely in for a treat for these comments.
I like to call them the Presley boys +1 now that they've got Avery.
Gentlemen, Mr. Cole Presley. I guess we found out real quick. Great job, sir. And to the stage next, absolutely no stranger to this stage. Please welcome, representing Team Paul Mitchell out of Paducah, Kentucky.
I call him the whirling dervish.
right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jackson Rudolph. Amazing as always, sir. Great job. And our next competitor to the stage, representing Team DKS out of Miami, Florida, Mr. Rashad Eugene.
But the eyes, though, the eyes.
The eyes have it.
And basically, I'm going to continue for a start, for a shot. And our final competitor for the men's championship tonight, representing Team Paul Mitchell from Lebanon, Tennessee, also no stranger to the game. Back with his double bow, Mr. Reed Presley.
At the end of that Reed, that Presley group, huh?
Yes, the eldest son of Mom Paul Presley. Always brings the excitement.
They do it.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing
Always.
Reed Presley.
I believe, Mallory, I believe he was the first that I've ever seen do the double bow.
When I asked him about that, he said he wasn't the first, but he certainly perfected it.
He perfected it. And he still does it better than most.
I got to put you on the spot for this, Dennis. If you have to pick a winner, gun to your head right now, who do you pick as the winner?
There's so much great talent up there. I'd hate to even speculate. If I was a betting man, I'd keep my money in my pocket.
That's the safest place for it to be.
Look at that lineup.
All right, the judges are inputting their scores. So while they're doing that, I'm going to hold you in suspense just a little bit, but I'm going to start right here. Mr. Michael Smith, your first time on the stage at the battle. How did it feel?
Felt pretty good.
Pretty good? Feel like you owned it? You were super solid. Congratulations. How did you feel, sir?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Not bad for a rookie, right?
Not bad.
He's not even close to a rookie. Cole, crazy. You did have it up your sleeve, man. How you feel? You nailed it. Congratulations, sir. How you feel, magician?
I feel great, sir. It's an electric atmosphere up here, and thank you to everybody out there making it fun for us.
Great job. Play the crowd. Good job. Nice. The little fist bump dance move. You guys enjoyed that, right? How did it feel tonight?
Pretty good. First time being on the Battle of Atlanta stage, so I feel pretty good about it.
Man, you killed it. Great job. Great energy. Thank you for bringing that. All right, Cap. We don't know if we completely defeated Thanos tonight or not, but that was pretty amazing. How you feel?
Feel pretty good.
Still tired?
A little tired. I wish I had my hammer with me, but you know.
Oh, well, you know what, man? If you could bring the hammer, you could really bring down the lightning with the thunder, right? I got you. We're just big geeks up here. We have to apologize, right? Anybody else an Avengers fan? Hey, if you didn't enjoy Endgame, I don't know what to tell you. That was absolutely amazing. I've got my hammer. That's exactly what it is. All right, the judges are still putting in the scores. Got 6 competitors, so it's going to take them just a few minutes.
Yeah. So diversified because they had so
Yeah, a little
many
bit of
different
everything
weapons, different styles. How do you compare?
That's why I'm not in that seat.
Pretty impressive all the way around. Shalom, we doing good on track, sir? We've got all this new technology. Sometimes I wish the judges could whisper into a 12-year-old's ear. We'd get a little faster, right?
And these guys, they don't travel the circuit all the time. So a lot of us, we've seen them 7, 8 times in different locations already this year. But it's always interesting when you have new judges, a new location that don't see them every week.
That's true. That is true.
To see what they think of this crowd.
All right, the judges are in their final scores for the final competitor, and we're going to find out all at once who our champion is, our Battle of Atlanta Weapons champion tonight. It's Mr. Cole Presley!
Wow. That's a big one. I've always thought he's one of those guys that if he runs clean, his thing is so complicated that a lot of times he can't get through it clean. But if he runs clean, he's got a great chance of winning it every time. So good to see him finally pull one out like that.
Man, absolutely fantastic event by Cole. Larry Carnahan promoted the Diamond Nationals this year with the date change, but it's still in Minnesota.
Yeah. A lot of those guys have won battle at least once. This may be, I'm not sure, but this may be his first win. So good
right?
for him.
And a big hug from his big brother.
Well, we're ready to close this thing out with some fighting, aren't
Listen
we?
to Tommy real quick.
Well, Cole, I think everyone would agree with me. The competition was fierce tonight, man, but you came away with the win finally, buddy.
Yeah, it feels awesome. It's an unbelievable feeling.
Well, I know it's always tough to go up against your brother, but I think you can go home tonight with some bragging rights. What do you think, man?
Absolutely. He's not going to hear the end of it tonight.
Fair enough, man. Back to me, Mallory.
Man,
Congratulations once again.
you know what? It's got to be tough to be in that Presley family. You got Cole, you got Jake, you got Reed, and you got Avery upcoming. They're just champions all around. And on that drive back to Tennessee, I wonder how much Cole is going to give it to him.
Well, there's going to be a little trash talk in the vehicle, I'm sure.
Oh, you got to do that. Absolutely got to do that.
But when you have a family like that, I just like to be around on the weekend when the training's going on. I mean, it's got to be amazing.
I can guarantee you it's very competitive in that household. Just training going on all the time. It's Jake that they told me keeps his Warrior Cup in the house as a reminder to Reed that Jake won before Reed.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, just to think about that much talent in one family, I should say something about the mom and dad, because there's got to be some great support going on in that household.
The parents have to be 100% supportive of all their kids, and it's just an amazing thing to see. We're moving on to our last event of the evening with the 18 Men's Black Belt Sparring Championship. We've got the national versus international team TDE Power, led by Cameron Dawson, against Team Legend. Team Legend was the international team sparring winners, and Team TDE Power were the national team sparring winners. You've got 3 black belts, no weights, so you don't have to send a light versus a light, a heavy versus heavy. It's all matched up by the judges. They'll go out here for the coin toss, and then it's all strategy from here.
And that's the word, because they all have talent. They all have technique. It's going to come down, I believe, down to the strategy, not just of the entire team as a coach, but the individual one mano a mano.
Absolutely. And you know, you got to give it credit to Alex Lane, who is going to be the head judge here. He did the coin toss digitally with his phone.
Yeah.
So, because I never have a quarter to flip when these things happen. So when you win the coin toss, you get to choose if you want to send first or you want the other side to send first. And there's strategy to that, because it's going to depend on the matchup. Depending on how you like it, depending on who you have rolling with your squad, you may want to pick one or the other.
Do you want to get out, put your big dog out first, get him to run the scores up and try to hold on, or do you want to save your big guy in case you're behind at the end so he can bring it out?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where the coaching comes in. Well, here we go.
You guys cheer on your favorite team, favorite fighter. Let's give them some love. Let's end the night good. Here we go.
All right, looks like Team TDE went with Zane. We got both right-legged fighters. Can't quite tell who that is from Team Legend.
Oh, there's an exchange. 1 point.
Both players have amazing kicks, amazing speed with their legs. It may come down to that follow-up with the hands.
Absolutely. Got to have those hands ready to go.
And that it was.
Touches are 1. That was 2 points for TDE, leading 1 point to Legend. Now it's 2-1. TDE leads.
Some great hand technique by Zane. Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Again, they're following with those hands because it's so hard to score with the kicks because they're both so talented with their kicks so strong.
That's true.
But they're going to give them 1 point for a punch and 2 points for a kick.
And you must score first, and you must get a majority of the judges to agree with you. Team TDE leads 3-1.
That's 1 round.
Make that 3-2. We were a little bit late on that score.
Okay. Well, that's respectable on both teams' side.
Now, when you come in after this, so for example, TDE had to send up first, so now you decide who you want to match up with. You know, for example, if you're in Team Legend, you're down by 1 point. Yeah. So the purpose is to get that point back without giving up too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a head kicking right there. Legend's going to take the lead by 1 point.
That's going to be, yeah.
Very short window to fill each other out, get the timing, distance.
As Joe Perry just mentioned, it's only a 90-second total time period for team matches.
Very
Now
tricky.
it's all knotted up at 4.
That fade away and back fist as you're leaving.
Well, I'll give you 3 guesses who's going to run anchor for Team TDE.
I think we know.
Yes, indeed.
That's good old-fashioned drive it home kick.
Yes, indeed. 6-4, Legend is leading. Quick blitz by D-Hop. Did he score?
Yeah,
1
he did.
point, so he cuts that lead by 1. Another body punch. It's all tied up 6-6. And a quick blitz this time. Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
7-6. It's got to be less than like 15 seconds left. A side kick. Did that get in there?
Did he get it?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
2-point kick to the body.
Well, he did his job.
He definitely did his job. He didn't panic either.
Yeah.
He went down by a couple points, but
his
kept his
time.
composure and comes out with the lead.
Remember, these guys have a very short window to really shut out, figure out their
Here they go.
Now, here's the surprise. Cameron Dawson is sending out Ryan George to close the show. That shows you have confidence in your teammate.
There it is.
But also, let's think, Cameron still might be hurting from that shoulder injury that
Yeah,
he had early
that's
night. That
right.
could be missing. But this is why you carry a backup fighter. And Ryan George is going to keep that leg in the Team Legends fighter's face the entire time.
Do you think he protects his lead, or do you think he goes on and fights and tries to run it
Nah,
up?
George is a gamer. He's going to try to get as many points as he can. I know his dad is watching this as we speak. Quick hands. You can't relax, though. Fading side kick. Did it score, though? Judges like that point over Team TDE.
Oh,
Fading
that's that
back fist
fadeaway
would have
back
missed
fist.
the helmet. No call on that. That point scored. Legend closes to 2. Ryan George, or RG3. Ryan George III. Moving, throws that body punch.
He's
1
now
point
fighting the
awarded.
man and the clock.
That's true. You can't fight 2 fronts at one time.
1 point, Legend, 11-9.
George with another point. Good stutter step. You see how he broke the rhythm there and scores that point. George with another point. He's taken off with the lead.
Yes.
Don't be surprised if George throws something.
There it is.
And Team TDE is going to run away with this team match.
And that's how you do it.
That is it.
That's how you do it. That was entertaining.
All right, and please welcome to the stage to present the award. Yes, Raul Diaz. I tricked you earlier. Here he is on the stage. 2 parts. Good job, sir. And your team winners, Team Power.
There they are.
Great sportsmanship shown for all the fighters on the stage.
And they know they're going to meet many, many more times this year.
Oh, no doubt. They'll see each other again.
Yeah.
Gonna get everybody together for a team picture as they present that award to Team TDE.
Boy,
Josh
this has been
Horwich,
an
coach.
entertaining show tonight.
Yes, very
I
entertaining
think
show.
it was everything they wanted it to be, everything they planned it to be. And good timing, too. We weren't here a long time tonight, were we?
Quick, we're out early.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of time to enjoy downtown Atlanta if you so choose to.
And it's a lot of it to enjoy.
All right, congratulations to Team TD Power on the win. We want to thank you once again for being at the 2019 Battle of Atlanta once again. My name is Joey Perry. I was honored
All right, guys, that's going to close it out for the 2019 Battle of Atlanta. From our partner, Dennis
Man,
Brown, thank you
this
so much.
was an exciting night. It was a classic Battle of Atlanta show. A lot of excitement, a lot of technique. And, hey, it doesn't get any better than this.
Absolutely. Be sure to come to Dennis Brown tournament, the Capital Classics in August.
Yeah, U.S. Capital Classics, August 8th and 9th in Washington, D.C.
My hometown, your hometown, too. Guys, we thank you for joining us. For my not seen but still here compatriots of sport martial arts, thank you for watching. Thank you for Truth Entertainment TV. We'll see you at the next tournament coming up. Good night.
See ya.